I grew up very spoiled, very, very spoiled. No, I know that now. I got whatever I wanted just because my parents were hiding a secret, yeah. The secrets haunted me for many years. When I was age of 14, I found out my dad wasn't my real biological dad. That could hurt a child. And for me, I would play the victim for many years. I met my biological dad, and they say that drugs runs in the family, yeah. And I've known that now because my dad was in prison for 10 years due to drugs. My biological dad, actually. And I rode with that for a little while. I rode with I didn't have a daddy figure. I rode with I didn't know my identity. Was I gay? Being molested while I was a kid, from my uncles. I rode with that for a very long time. And that's where everything started. At the age of 14. First pill was ecstasy, first drug was ecstasy. I couldn't find ecstasy, but crystal meth was the next one after that. I graduated from high school, barely graduated because I was doing drugs and stuff like that because I just didn't want to, I couldn't handle the fact that my parents lied to me, growing up. I graduated from high school, I moved to San Francisco, and I felt like I was at home. I felt like I was a part of a community that was acceptance. I was able to work and do drugs at the same time, but I couldn't hold down the job because my drug use was more important, yeah. I think the more pivotal moment that happened is when I moved back home to Hawaii. That dad that I talked about, I wanted to see if hopefully he could be my dad again. Things didn't go out the way I planned it. I picked up a charge. I thought it was normal, basically, just running away from all my issues because I've been doing it for so long. I continued to do it because it was easy not to face it. I think when I found out I was HIV positive is when everything took a toll on me. I was ready for it, because of the risk I was doing. I wasn't externally ready for what happened to me after that, I ran home because, I wanted my mom's comfort. I wanted my mom's acceptance, But all the trauma that I was giving her, throughout my addiction, she had to let go. I guess it was too much for her finding out that her own son was positive, It hurt a lot that my mom had to let go of me. Back then I thought, oh gosh, this is another thing that she was angry at me about, But that was the best gift she could ever give it to me, was letting go. Because I was able to go through the things that I went through, I'm a victim of cyberbully. I'm a victim of being posted on social media, my naked pictures, not once but twice. When that happened, I got into a very dark spot. My trust for people went out the door. I couldn't walk out of where I was staying at without thinking that people were talking about me, constantly. And my drug abuse played big roles, Like it enhanced everything. It enhanced my false thoughts that I was going through. My social life just went out the door, basically. It came to a point where I wanted to take my life. I wanted to, suicide was an option for me. And I remember walking home one day from the bus stop in Kapolei, and I was just tired of everything, real tired of everything. That I wanted to change, I told myself, you know what? I'm not gonna do it for nobody else. I'm not gonna do it for probation. I'm not gonna do it for get that guy's attention. I'm gonna do it because I want to do it and I want a better life to live, So I did. I went back to where I live at, was the transitional housing program I went at, and I told my caseworker, I want to change. I tried killing myself in my room, If it wasn't for them to send me to Casa Hospital in the mental ward for 6 days and having that aha moment where, what am I doing? I think I would have continued on trying to kill myself. I went into 30-day residential treatment. I started to ask help and accept help. I only have 4 months clean. And these 4 months, I've learned a lot about myself. I know my value now. I know I have a value and I have a purpose in life. And what people have to say about me is not my business now. You know, just because a person's talking negative about me, just because a person said something bad about me, I don't have to react towards that. They say it's a day-by-day process. Take it one day at a time. I'm the type of person that thinks too much in the future and too much in the past, you know? If I could go back and talk to myself that I was going through what I was going through back then, I'll tell myself that it's gonna be okay. You know? There are people that love you. And even though I don't know what's gonna happen, everything's gonna be all right, you know? For that person that's going through it, that think that just because their parents had to let them go, that they don't have to think that way, you know? My relationship with my mom now is way better than what it was before, you know? Like, we have to go through what we have to go through to see that people that love you still do love you, you know, but they have to love you from afar, you know, and to fight those demons face on, you know what I mean? Every negative thing that goes in your head that you gotta fight with head on, you know? But then when I start facing it and start thinking tell myself that I am worth it, that I am loved, that I am a good person, and that all the things that I did bad in the past is my past. I strive for better myself every day than striving for perfection, you know? Because once you get perfection, there's no other way to go. To strive for better yourself every day. I'm sitting here today telling you that if you set goals, you can get it, you know?